Hi, I'm Mary Caton, a sports writer with the Windsor Star. We're here today with Luke Willson, LaSalle native and tight end for the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome home, Luke. I understand you get to stay for a while. I imagine you're looking forward to a little downtime with some family and friends.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where I love being out in Seattle, but it's tough, especially with the time change, to really keep in touch or see a lot of people. So it's been cool, you know, to be home and spend some time. I'm sure I'm annoying them, but spend some time with my siblings, my mom and dad, and a couple of my high school buddies, so it's been neat.
Oh, that's good. Now, this year, a year later from our last visit here, you've seen the Super Bowl from the other end of the spectrum. You were here last year as a champion. This year, tough loss to New England. What have the days and weeks been like since that game?
You know, especially the way we lost the game, right after was pretty tough. I was, you know, down the dumps, just being that close. But after a while, you know, I kind of reflected on things, and I can't really complain much. You know, 2 years, been to 2 Super Bowls. Unfortunately, won one of them. Was right there another, and for me, you know, I feel like I've got a long career in front of me if I can stay healthy and I kind of get back to work. So in a sense, it's been motivating, and again, I felt sorry for myself for a couple of days, and then I got over that pretty quickly.
Well, it was an incredibly tough loss, and you mentioned that play at the end, the turnover on the one. I mean, have you been able to put that play away mentally and emotionally yet?
I have. You know, like I said, it probably took me about a week or so, and you know, it's tough because everybody asks about it. You go into any function, everyone wants to know about the play call or the play, and was it change in the huddle or change in the line? And to be honest, I don't really enjoy talking about it too much.
No.
But again, it's something that was a huge play and a great football game. But it's over, it's done with, and we got to move forward.
Yeah, and you mentioned that. I mean, it was such a focal point right after the play call, the decision to pass instead of hand it off to Marshawn Lynch. I mean, what do you say to people about who keep bringing that up to you?
You know, my thing is, and I understand that was the last play of the game, but football games never come down to one play, even if it seems like that. And, you know, if you look at it, I think one of the shames is what a great play the defender made. You know, rookie out of, I think, West Alabama, I believe.
Yeah.
He made it
undrafted.
Unbelievable play. So, you know, you got to give him credit because, to me, when you're in the huddle and you have a guy like Marshawn Lynch, I mean, I have 100% faith in him that he would score there. But at the same token, you know, if you put the game in Russell's hands, I felt the same way.
Yeah.
And the guy made a great play. It just didn't work out. But I don't think it's going to stop anybody or stop us from really moving forward next year and really getting after it.
Yeah. Now, we talked a little bit about Marshawn Lynch. He really became a focal point in the days leading up to the Super Bowl, and we kind of got a glimpse of what a character he is. You work with him every day. You're in team meetings with him, the practice field, the locker room. What's this guy like?
You know, he's a great teammate, first and foremost, and obviously a tremendous player. You know, there's a lot of stories. I'm sure everyone has their own Marshawn story. But he's one of our team leaders, and, you know, he's really extremely well respected in the locker room, really a laid-back, kind of joking manner type guy. So, you know, it's odd when you see all these media guys getting upset because he doesn't, you know, do the interviews and such. When, you know him on a different level. He, again, is just an unbelievable teammate and someone that is pretty cool to, you know, to watch him on Sundays and the things he's able to do.
Absolutely. Very impressive on the field, that's for sure. Now, let's look ahead to next year a little bit. I mean, there was quite a bit of local reaction here to Seattle acquiring Jimmy Graham, a Pro Bowl tight end. But is the situation really that different from last year when you were looking at going into camp behind Zach Miller, another great tight end?
You know, I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't really done the whole OTAs yet, which is coming up. I haven't personally met Jimmy Graham yet, but I hear a lot of great things. And, you know, obviously the guy's a tremendous athlete. He's caught a ton of balls in his career, and he's been on some great prolific offenses with Drew Brees there and the Saints. So it's going to be one of those things where, I mean, he adds a different dimension to our team, and it's kind of scary to think of, you know, how good we really can be. I felt we were pretty efficient last year, and, you know, for us, we're such a young team. The older we get, it's not really age, it's more experience at this time. So it'll be exciting. You know, I'm excited to kind of learn from him, and I think that he's going to bring a lot to the table for us. And that being said, you know, I still think I'll have a pretty solid role in the offense and be able to contribute in a lot of different ways.
Well, and like you say, what another great guy to mentor under. You've had two of the best.
Yeah, definitely. So again, hopefully when it's my turn to kind of take the reins, I'll be ready to go, that's for sure.
Now, I don't know if you had a chance, but I read an online article that quoted David Sloan, your position coach from Rice, and he said, "Hey, just hang on, guys. You're going to be one of the elite tight ends in the NFL one day." How does that fall on your ears?
You know, I actually just saw Coach Sloan last week, so I'll have to, maybe give him $100 next time I see him. But no, it's pretty cool to hear a lot of that stuff. But at the same token, I got to put the work in, and I understand that. That's one thing I've learned quickly about being a professional athlete is no one really cares what you did yesterday, and projections really don't matter. So I know there's a lot of talk about how my career will end up, but I got to make sure that it ends up the way I want it to be. So whether that means staying healthy or working out or catching footballs, I got to stay on top of that stuff.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your off season. I mean, last year it seemed like you were so incredibly busy. Every time I turned around, I was reading about you making another personal appearance. Are you going to try and manage your time a little differently this time?
I'm still going to try and get out. To be honest, this year I've kind of bounced around a little more than I did last year. Last year I spent almost my whole off season here in Windsor. I spent a little bit this year in Seattle, went down to Houston at Rice, where I went to college at for a bit. Took a trip with a couple of Windsor boys down to Nashville, which was a lot of fun. And I'm actually heading to Hawaii.
Oh.
In a couple of weeks. Russell Willson, we're doing a kind of the week 4 OTAs. The whole offense usually goes in there and gets some throwing in, and kind of more of a team bonding thing. So that'll be exciting. But I'm always open to doing whatever I can, whether it's to talk to some young kids or help out some sort of fundraiser. I just I guess in my the NFL, they say it's for not for long, I guess. So it's my moment in the sun. If I can help out as many people as I can, it'd be kind of cool.
Well, I know you've been very generous with your time when you've been back home. And I know some of your time is going to be taken up by this new budding career you have as a fashion designer. I see you have your line of clothing. Tell us about that.
It's something that it kind of all happened pretty quickly. I'm not a huge fashion guy, to be honest, but I met with some marketing people in the Seattle area. And, they were really interested, and they said, hey, we got kind of an opportunity for you here. And, again, I'm really not an artistic guy. So they had someone kind of come in, create the designs. I kind of picked which ones I liked. So I have I'd say a little minimal say in what, but, send a few tweets out. And he thought it'd be a cool way to build my brand. So I'm actually, I talked to him today, and I've got a big shipment coming down. And I'm hoping to have it for the kids camp there that Daryl Townsend and Tyrone runs on. So I'll try to get my sister. I said, hey, if you're free that weekend, I got a job for you.
Yeah, that's right. Here, hand out some T-shirts here for me. That's awesome. What else are you looking forward to doing this off season?
Just I enjoy. I do a lot of training here, so it's tough sometimes with the weather. But I work out and do a lot of my football stuff at this guy named Dave Orton. He's at Synergy Development. So he just kind of got a new place up and running, and I've been there, most of the mornings, causing a ruckus. Me, I'm a bit of a goofy guy.
Yeah.
But, and then also, I've got a Donnie at the U there, my track guy, always tries to kind of keep my wheels going and running well. And in between there, I'll go see my chiropractor, Steve Radovich.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of, that's always been my thing for the last few years. And, I've been going to Steve since I was in elementary school, and he kind of introduced me to a couple of guys that can really help me out here in town, which has been nice in the sense that, there was a time where I was a little worried I'd have to move elsewhere,
right?
In order to stay in shape. But, with the talent that Windsor has now, and the trainers and the track coaches, I've been able to stay here and enjoy my family and also get a lot of work done.
Yeah, it's a great endorsement for them. Well, Luke, you're always generous to us and good to us. Thank you very much for spending a few minutes with us today and catching up, and have a great time here with your family.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.